All right, welcome back. It is now time for Ask the Expert. And today we're talking about beating the holiday blues. So joining me to have that discussion is Lakiesha Russell, who is America's Mental Wellness Ambassador. Okay, so this time of year, like you said while we were talking during the break, some of us get into a funk. How can we get out of it?
Yeah, one way to definitely get out of that is creating a gratitude list, because oftentimes we're rehearsing the not so good things that have gone on during this time of year. But if you take a moment to write down something that you're grateful for, whether it was something somebody shared or said, that will allow you to rehearse how you felt in that moment, which will ultimately help get you out of that funk. And it produces those endorphins, so those good hormones that we need.
Yes. And it's also good because it can be the small things, right?
Yes, exactly. The smallest little thing, whether it was somebody complimented you on your personality or your smile or just being good at what you've done.
Okay, so I also know that during this time of the year, we're saying yes and yes to all different things because we want to be all things for all people. But you say that might not be the greatest thing.
Yes, and that comes with being realistic. So being realistic about what you can give out to people and how much you're pouring out, because you still need to give time to yourself. And if you have a family at home, so it's okay with being realistic and setting those boundaries and telling people no and not to overly commit, because oftentimes we do that during the holiday season.
But Lakiesha, sometimes there are people who just really are in a space. They're depressed, or as you know, they've had something traumatic happen to their lives. What should they do again to try to get out of that space and, you know, be in a more positive light and enjoy 2019?
Yeah, definitely seek support. And so it's okay for you to reach out to your medical provider and let them know how you're feeling, especially if you're having feelings of increased hopelessness or despair or even suicidal thoughts. You definitely want to reach out to your medical provider or even contact a licensed professional counselor like myself.
How do we beat the stigma to that, though?
People being okay with asking for help.
All right. Well, thank you for helping us to make 2019 hopefully a blessed year. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today on Live at 4. We have much more ahead on Live at 4:30.